All right, welcome. Today, we're going to see just how much you really know about this incredible, wild planet we all call home. So, get ready to put your brain to the test.
So, do you think you're an Earth genius? I mean, sure, you've probably seen a documentary or two, scrolled through some cool facts online, but how much of that really stuck? Well, we are about to find out.
For our challenge today, we're pulling from this awesome quiz encyclopedia, Earth Knowledge Genius. It is absolutely packed with unbelievable facts and stats, so we're turning it into a little pop quiz for you right now. You ready to play?
Okay, before we dive into the really tricky stuff, let's do a quick warm-up. We'll start with some of the basics about our amazing home planet.
You know, we always call it the blue planet, right? And that's because almost 3/4 of the surface is covered in water. But what's going on underneath all that is even crazier. See, the Earth is made of 3 main layers. You've got the cool crust that we all live on, then the super hot, thick mantle, and then at the center, a metallic core that is literally as hot as the surface of the sun. Yeah, just think about that for a second.
All right, warm-up's done. Hope you're ready, because now we're getting into our first real challenge round. We are heading to some of the most extreme places on Earth, the deserts. Okay, question number 1 for you. Don't think about the hottest or the sandiest. I want to know which desert is the world's oldest. Which one has been around longer than all the rest? Any ideas?
If you said the Namib Desert in Africa, ding, 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 you got it. This ancient, beautiful landscape runs right along the Atlantic coast, and that spot is the real secret to its survival.
But here's the wild part. How does this place even exist? It stretches for over 1,000 kilometers and gets practically zero rain. So how does anything live there? Well, it survives on the moisture that rolls in as thick fog from the sea, a desert that drinks fog. And get this, some parts of it are so incredibly dry, they haven't seen a single drop of rain in 400 years. Not a drop. Okay, you ready for the next one? I gotta warn you, this is kind of a trick question. When I say largest desert, what pops into your head? Probably miles and miles of sand dunes under a blazing sun, right? Well, maybe think outside the sandbox on this one.
And the answer is the Antarctic Polar Desert. Yep, you heard that right. The biggest desert on our planet is a giant sheet of ice at the bottom of the world.
And look, this is one of those facts that just completely flips what you think you know. Because a desert isn't defined by being hot, it's defined by how little precipitation it gets. And Antarctica gets almost none. At over 14 million square kilometers, it's so huge, it's the only desert in the world that covers an entire continent. Isn't that just mind-blowing?
All right, how'd you do on the deserts? No matter, we're completely switching gears now. We're going from the driest spots on Earth to some of the most lush. Let's talk about forests.
Okay, all you nature lovers, this one is for you. General Sherman isn't a person. It's a tree, but it's a living legend. The single biggest tree on the whole planet by volume. So where does this absolute giant live?
You can find this absolute unit of a tree in Sequoia National Forest, right in California, USA. It's a forest full of giants, but he is the undisputed king.
This just shows you how ancient and massive life on Earth can get. The General Sherman tree is somewhere between 2,200 and 2,700 years old. I mean, to put that into perspective, this tree was already ancient, standing tall in California's Sierra Nevada mountains way before the Roman Empire was even a thing. That's just wild.
Okay, you are crushing it. Time to wrap things up with a super fast bonus round. We're going to do a continental close-up, and the continent is North America.
Let's hit the extremes, rapid-fire style. Biggest country? That's got to be the vast expanse of Canada. The smallest? The tiny Caribbean island nation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Highest point? You've got to climb Denali in Alaska, soaring over 6,000 meters. And for the lowest, we're diving way down into Badwater Basin, California, a scorching spot that's actually 86 meters below sea level.
Okay, now just look at this number. 50 centimeters, or about 20 inches. What on earth could that be related to in North America? Any ideas? Get ready for this, because it's pretty unbelievable. The massive, sprawling metropolis of Mexico City is sinking. And it's sinking by about that much, 50 centimeters, every single year. It's happening because the city is pulling up way too much groundwater from the aquifer it's built on top of. A truly mind-boggling phenomenon.
And let's end our tour with a human-made wonder that does the exact opposite. It lifts things up.
We're talking about the Panama Canal. It's basically a giant water elevator for ships. It's incredible. You pay your fee, and these huge locks raise your massive vessel 26 meters up. Then you cruise across a huge man-made lake before another set of locks lowers you right back down to sea level on the other side. Just brilliant engineering.
Okay, you made it through the whole quiz. You've definitely earned some bragging rights today. But before I let you go, I have one last, truly genius-level fact for you.
Yeah, you heard me. The length of our day isn't actually fixed. The Earth's rotation is very, very gradually slowing down. Now, it's happening so slowly you'd never notice, but fast forward about 1 billion years from now, and a single day on Earth is going to be 27.5 hours long. Just imagine, what would you even do with that extra time?
And that, right there, is what's so amazing about our planet. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, you learn something new, like the ground under a city is sinking, or the very day is getting longer. Our world is just packed with surprises, so the only question left is, what are you going to discover next?